things coming from other parts of the world don't sometimes become so famous. But this is a very powerful theory coming from Australia. This is called solo taxonomy. Structure of observed learning outcomes. Okay. It is a framework for understanding the thinking processes. Like Bloom taxonomy, it is also a framework for understanding the thinking processes with an increasing complexity. So there are, as per this framework, there are two broad levels. Okay, two broad levels. First is quantitative. This is quantitative phase, and then there is a qualitative phase. In quantitative, there are three levels. This is also a hierarchical taxonomy like Bloom's taxonomy, but the perspective is different. It complements Bloom's taxonomy. Okay, gives a different perspective. Okay, there are three levels in the quantitative phase, and there are two levels in the qualitative phase. In the quantitative phase, there is a pre-structural, unistructural, and multi-structural, three levels. Here, what is happening is, in the first level, the learner misses the point, gets lost, doesn't understand anything what is happening. Okay, that's the first level, pre-structural. No structure, no node gets formed in the mind. Okay, parts are not identified, and even relations cannot be identified. If the parts have not been identified, relations cannot be identified. Okay, nothing can be identified. One is lost. Okay. Uske baad, first level, where some things one is able to do. One is able to identify things, simple things, not complex things, simple things, simple links, simple procedures, simple things one is able to do. This is called unistructural. Okay, one is able to identify simple parts, one is able to identify simple structures, simple relations. Okay. Bits of this is simple and obvious connections between pieces of information. Simple and obvious connections between different concepts, between different parts, between different pieces of information. Okay, few aspects of it. So one is of a very complex task, one is able to do one task. जैसे गाड़ी चलाने में खाली गियर बदलना आता है, बाकी पूरी गाड़ी चलाना में मुश्किल है, बस गियर बदलना आता है या एक्सेलेरेटर दबाना आता है, like that. Okay, या गाड़ी फॉरवर्ड ही चलाना आता है, बैक करने में दिक्कत है. Okay, so few aspects of the task are picked up and are performed. Okay, more complex problem, some part of the problem is solved, one part is solved, or maybe two parts are solved. So only part is understood, not the full complexity. Simple connections are recognized. Okay, in a design task, various constraints and parameters are ignored. Only one parameter is given maximum attention to. सबसे जैसे सरकार में परचेज होती है, कैसे परचेज होती है सरकार में? At many times. What is the purchase process in government? Which has changed? Huh?
Bid.
Tenders.
Bid.
और टेंडर में जनरल वो क्या?
They
What is?
have asked for bid.
हाँ, they ask for.
Who have a minimum bid, they have given the tender.
और क्वालिटी कहाँ से आएगी फिर?
Quality, they are not concerned about quality.
हाँ, तो ये कैसा हुआ?
Yes.
Only
one or
unstructured, unistructured.
ये यूनिस्ट्रक्चरल हुआ. फ्यू एस्पेक्ट इज गिवन अटेंशन टू, जो दूसरे एस्पेक्ट है उसको इग्नोर कर दिया. खाली कॉस्ट को देख लिया, क्वालिटी को कुछ नहीं ध्यान दिया. तो इसका कई बार एक दूसरा सॉल्यूशन भी है, गवर्नमेंट में ही है वो भी. पहले टेक्निकल बिड होती है, उसमें फाइनेंशियल बिड नहीं होती है, खाली टेक्निकल बिड होती है, उसमें खाली क्वालिटी की बात होती है. उसमें वो सेलेक्ट कर लेते हैं. 100 लोगों ने अप्लाई किया और उसमें से 4 को सेलेक्ट कर लिया उन्होंने कि ये 4 है. अब इसमें से जिसका फिर फाइनेंशियल बिड मंगाएंगे उनसे, और उसका जो लोएस्ट होगा फिर उसको दे देंगे, है ना. लेकिन इसमें भी दिक्कत यही है कि वो चारों की क्या क्वालिटी कंपेरेबल थी. जब आप अपने लिए परचेज करते हो, क्या वैसे देखते हो क्या, है ना. तो अब गवर्नमेंट में वो करना है तो वो एक ट्रांसपेरेंसी का इशू भी है, एक चैलेंज है. ओके, सो दिस इज simple things, simple relations, and only some connections. In multi-structural, number of connections, large number of connections are seen, but connections, meta connections are not seen. Okay, meta connections are not seen. Several aspects of the task are treated as if they are separate. ठीक है. Several aspects of the task are treated as if they are separate, not integrated. One doesn't get a holistic view, completely integrated view of the complete task, which has several integrated subtasks, but one sees individual tasks as separate tasks. Multiple problems का, multiple parts का correct solution निकाल लेता है, लेकिन एक integrated solution नहीं आता है. Okay, so this diagram which is below shows this here. Very few connections, many connections, but those connections are not interconnected. Okay, so you, all your subjects that you study, they are all different subjects. You don't see the connections between the chapters of a subject itself. Why talk of the connections between different subjects? Okay, so this is quantitative phase where the quantity of the content is increasing. Which content? Which is there, the learned content in the mind. The quantity, the focus is on increasing the quantity here, and quantity of the networked component. Okay, so two pieces of information are connected, so then it gets learned. Learning means linking. When you link a piece of information with another piece, then you learn. Learning anything would require you to link a piece of information with some other piece of information. So remember this, learning is equal to linking. Do you agree with this or no? Learning is equal to linking.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Whenever they recall any learning experience, what happens when you learn anything?
We try to link with the prior learning.
We can
That's how you learn.
We can link
Some new
the
concept,
different aspects of
new
knowledge.
concept comes, you try to understand it in terms of known concepts. When you are not able to link something, you are not learning. When you say, I'm not able to understand this concept, please explain. What is actually happening? You are not able to link it with something that you already understand. Then that is the meaning of not understanding something. Right? And when you say, I see, what do you see? I see बोलते हो कि नहीं बोलते हो कभी?
Yes, sir.
कब बोलते हो? जब समझ में आता है।
समझ
क्या होता है? IC कब निकलता है? What do you actually see? कि IC निकल जाता है?
सर जब समझ लिंक हो जाता है वो,
जब लिंक दिखाई दे जाता है तो आईसी निकलता है।
जैसे सर इस डायग्राम का लिंक है ना सॉफ्टवेयर से रिलेट कर रहा है मेरे।
कोई लिंक दिखता है, कोई लिंक दिखता है,
जी सर।
या बहुत सारे लिंक दिखते हैं। When you see the links, then you say I see. Okay. Now this is the quantitative phase. So you have seen many links, but you have not created meta links. वो links के बीच में link नहीं किया है, वो सारे links वो सब disconnected links हैं. A is connected with B, T is connected with D, E is connected with F, but A, B, C, D, E, F are not connected in the network. है ना? Integrate नहीं किया है. Right? एक ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री है, एक इनऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री है, एक फिजिक्स पढ़ी हुई है, उधर मैथ्स पढ़ा हुआ है, इंटीग्रेट कुछ नहीं किया है, सब डिस्कनेक्टेड पढ़ा हुआ है. देन कम्स क्वालिटेटिव फेज वेयर here the relational phase, the fourth level as per Solow taxonomy is creating meta connections, creating a network of many linked objects. So then you see a larger picture. Here you don't see the forest, you see tree. You see tree is not the forest, but here you see the forest. That is. So when you do analysis, you do this. When you relate, you do this. When you are trying to explain the cause of something, then you are doing this kind of thing. Okay, you are trying to integrate a situation. So first you are partitioning it in parts, then you are putting it together and putting it together in an integrated manner. Okay, like Sherlock Holmes. Okay, and then the final extended abstract. This is not only seeing the links and the meta links. Based on that meta links, taking it further. What is possible? Is it possible creating a new theory, creating a new generalization, predicting something by looking at the whole network, being able to predict something, being able to reflect on something, being able to create a hypothesis, being able to create a general model, a theory. What is the power of theory? With theory you can predict, right? What are the advantages of theories? With theories you can explain things. Okay, with theories you can predict things. Theories help us to predict things. Whatever your discipline is, you have studied a lot of theories that help you to explain the objects that you study in your discipline. You have studied theories that help you to predict certain behavior in the future. Okay, whether it is a simple theory like F is equal to ma, which explains a certain relationship, and it also predicts, how much will be the acceleration if this much of force is applied. Okay, so by looking at integrated thing, we are able to go beyond extended abstraction, not just abstraction, but extended abstraction. This is the highest level. Creating a new theory, creating a new hypothesis, creating a new prediction. Okay, this is Solow taxonomy. Okay, any questions on Solow?
So in extended abstract, sir,
Yes.
New theory and new hypotheses are developed, which are based on the our learning.
Yes, this is your imagination.
It's completely like taxonomy. If we
By
completely say
by
that,
look, it is create. It is a create. It is an ask of creation. This extended abstraction is, if you have to compare it with Bloom, it would be create.
yes, sir.
Okay. So by looking at the whole picture in an integrated manner, you are able to imagine new things as what is possible, how
Yes,
it can
sir.
be refined, what can be the next extension to it, how it can be improved, how it can be used, how it can be applied. Okay.
Okay, sir.
This is okay. This is in terms of Bloom. What is this? This is understanding. Okay. This is also understanding. This is also deeper understanding and analysis. Okay. This is evaluate and create. Right?
Yes, sir.
Right, sir.
Any other question? चलो, पिछली क्लास में मैंने बोला था कि अगली बार मैं पूछूंगा कमेंट, तो सबको बोलना कुछ है. राइट, कमेंट. Two theories we studied today: Bloom's taxonomy and Solow taxonomy.
Yes, sir.
Both are very useful, very powerful. So they tell us where you should spend your time. In terms of Bloom, you should spend your time in analysis, evaluate and create. And in terms of Solow, you should spend your time in extended abstraction. जब तक extended abstraction नहीं करोगे, PhD नहीं मिलेगी. Your PhD will be stating what is the extended abstraction you have done and how you are going to defend it. Thesis will be a statement of extended abstraction.
Yes, sir.
Right, comments. 1 minute each. At least integrate, if not extended abstract, at least integrate both the theories in your own words. Or compare. You can compare, you can contrast, you can integrate, you can explain one in terms of another, you can contextualize, you can relate. Either of these things you can do with both these theories.
So both the theories can be swept in terms of like extended abstract is can be swept with analyzing, evaluating, or creating things. Others are at remember level, understanding level.
Come again and louder.
Sir, I am saying that both the theories can be swept. It can take place one over other. Like Bloom's taxonomy is something how related to this Solow taxonomy, and Solow taxonomy is related to Bloom's taxonomy. We can combine same situations.
Okay. 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 Yes. Another person.
So Bloom's theory and Bloom taxonomy is generally a chronological development from our school education to higher education. How we can remember, understand, and apply our knowledge, and after that we can analyze, evaluate, and create some new. So in our research work, we have to analyze and evaluate the old traditional knowledge, and we have to create some new theories and some new concept or some new models. That is all about the research work. And second is Solow theory. In that, it is all about two aspects: quantitative aspect and qualitative aspect. In quantitative aspect, there are number of aspects which are not interconnected. We have to interconnect them in to get the quality. If you will interconnect the all our knowledge or all our subjects and all our knowing what we know earlier to create something new or some concept in the so we will get an extended form of abstract which will give us to help to create some new concept or which will reflect our knowledge in some new areas.
Okay, so you made a good summary. Okay, yeah. Okay.
So these both taxonomies show the directional pathway of learning. It also shows the importance of basic learning also is important, and understanding is also important. Without moving on these steps, we can't move toward the abstract or the theoretical or creative aspects. It uh, uh, these theories don't say like that ki remembering and earlier stages are not useful for anyone. These are also useful for how you implement and how you can utilize your learning and understanding to create something new. This is all about and this is shown in these two theories,
Okay.
taxonomies.
Okay. Anjali. Khushbu.
So Bloom's taxonomy and wait a second, sir. Solo taxonomy, both are interrelated, sir. We are create things in Bloom and Solo also. So for understandings, for better understanding or producing some kind of knowledge, we are using Bloom taxonomy. We first remember, then understand and evaluate things, and then we can create something new. And in Solo also we can. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So in Solo taxonomy, we can also create things, and by the qualitative phases and by the interrelating things, we can use the basic things and interrelate, make the links and apply these theories and then create something new. And these, so these both taxonomies are help to create and make our mind, to understand or to create new things well.
Okay. Payal.
So both the theories are related to a person's stage. I think at the last stage in the Bloom taxonomy theory, creation is made, and in Solo taxonomy theory, a person would be able to predict something. Means they can think out of the box.
Okay. Anjali.
Sir, I think the major difference between these two theories is about the quantitative aspect and the qualitative aspect. The Bloom's taxonomy therein talks only about the qualitative aspect of only about the cognition, doesn't differentiate between the quantitative aspect and the qualitative aspect. The Solo theory differentiates between the quantitative and the qualitative aspect.
Okay. All right. We will stop there. And please complete the tasks that have been posted 8.1 and 9.1 and 9.2, where you have to reflect upon your school and college academic experience in view of both these theories separately. Okay. All right. Good luck to you. Stop
Thank you,
it.
sir.